My name is Katherine Ruffin, and I'm the director of the Book Studies program and a lecturer in art at Wellesley College. And I'm also the co-instructor of T60, the history of typography and printing in the 19th and 20th centuries.
My name's John Kristensen, and I am the proprietor of Firefly Press in Boston, an entirely letterpress-based design studio and commercial printing shop.
We've agreed that it's a course that neither one of us could teach solo. It's a very collaborative sort of enterprise. And in the class, we use the resources of Rare Book School's collection, printing offices, the Albert and Shirley Small Special Collections holdings, to take our students through the history of typography and printing in the 19th and 20th century. And we do that through lectures, hands-on labs in which we're setting type and printing. We can tell you more about that in a moment. And we're also going to special collections and looking at objects. We're looking at items from the Rare Book School collection. And we're helping our students learn to describe and identify typefaces and also work on their own type and printing-based research projects. Would you like to add to that?
That's it. That's what we came up with. Well, it's not exactly what Rare Book School asked for. They asked for something, and this is what we came up with, each with our own backgrounds, complementary backgrounds, but similar passion and similar convictions. I can't say similar resentments because I can't speak for Katherine, but and Rare Book School allowed us to put together this program that seemed to us to address important things that were so often neglected in academic settings.
And of course, one of the features of critical bibliography, which Rare Book School specializes in, spearheads, is looking at an object, a material text, and learning from it things about how it was produced and what were the social, economic, political, historical, aesthetic influences upon that production. And so with our focus on typography and printing in the 20th century, by using the Rare Book School printing office, the Vandercook Proofing Press, type John cast at Firefly Press and shipped to Virginia, and other type that was already part of the RBS collections, in a week with our 12 students, whom we divide into two cohorts, the Roman group and the Italic group, we actually set and print a limited edition broadside. And we usually do it in two colors. We print 100 copies, and we give a copy to everybody who's at RBS taking a class that week. And that seemed ambitious the first time we did it.
Yes, it still strikes me as remarkable that we did fit it in as well as we did. We didn't go over, we found we were not going overboard with any particular, well, my dithering on about how to distinguish one typeface from another was sometimes a little, went on a little long. But no, everything else actually worked. The lectures, the going to the Rare Books library, the periods of learning how to set type, the periods of learning how to set up a press and print, it just all came together. It fitted so unexpectedly well right from the beginning.
We've taught the class 7 times. We've had 12 students each time. And we pride ourselves on our class being extroverted, very present and active. We wear our little Rare Book School printers caps. We wear our aprons. We work hard. And we also open up the printing office for Ornament Night. Do you want to say a little bit about Ornament Night?
Yes. Type ornament is an adjunct to letterpress printing. And it is something that is appreciated but not much practiced anymore. And yet it is something quite simple, quite rudimentary, as in fact is letterpress. And I think it was just off the top of somebody's head, well, why don't we invite people in to set some ornaments? So cast up a lot of different families of ornaments, and on one of the evenings of the week, people come in. And they love it, and labor oh so carefully, and then are just so delighted when what they put together is printed. And so it's a quick and simple introduction to that, and it just happy chance, yes, our class is always the most, shall we say, maybe not boisterous, but you can always tell the printing and type students during the coffee breaks.
I think one of the wonderful things about teaching at Rare Book School is how incredibly excited the students are. They come from a lot of different backgrounds. They come excited, ready to learn, eager to get hands-on with the material, whether it be collection items or the processes of typesetting and printing. And so working with them year after year is always really energizing, don't you think?
Yes. Yes. The enthusiasm that is either born or is in its beginnings is enthusiasm for the same thing that we have loved for decades. But I remember when I was like that, and it's so fulfilling to be able to have passed on what one cares so much about to other people who care about it. Because of course, in the larger world, people don't know, people don't care. There's no particular reason why they should, perhaps, but it is wonderful to get to somewhere where it's understood. I'm not an academic, and one of the things that pleases me about Rare Book School is that nobody is there merely to fulfill an academic requirement to get the number of credits. It's not transactional. It's not the academic establishment. It's people who want to be there, and we want to be there, and the students want to be there, and clearly the staff at Rare Book School know they have a mission. So it's enlivening. Did you already say this? You go away exhausted and yet refreshed.
Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful to be part of that bibliographic community for the week, and Rare Book School invites us into this space and supports us, but doesn't burden us with a lot of complicated things like giving grades. And so it's a wonderful environment to just transfer knowledge. And letterpress printing, which is really the bedrock of the time span we're covering, and printing history generally, going back to the Gutenberg era, is a wonderfully logical process, and you can get hands-on with it and gain what we call wisdom of hands, this firsthand knowledge of the tactility, of the haptic experience, these processes which, if you do in a certain sequence, yield this beautiful result that also communicates something. But we're also busy connecting that to a lot of different kinds of intellectual frameworks, and our students are doing that too, which is really exciting.